Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you everyone for coming back to my channel. And if you're listening in the podcast, thank you once again for being here. I'm here today, Sunday, November 19, 2023. I'm here to report on this in case you haven't heard yet. A tragic news that happened this week. One of our own, right? One of our pastors out of Glendale, Arizona. He was just outside on the street preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ this past Wednesday, I believe it happened. And around 6:15 p.m., a man came up to him and shot him in the head. So right now, I'm gonna tell you what happened, but the first thing I want to say is that we need to get in prayer because this man of God was just doing what Jesus called all of us to do, which is to preach the gospel, to share the gospel of the good news of Jesus Christ. And he was just doing that, something that he normally would do. And now, we're so close to the holidays and all of that, and now he got shot in the head and he's battling for his life right now, but we know who is going to be with him through it all, and that will be Jesus. So we just have to pray, unite in prayer, and come together in prayer for his well-being, that he will have a prompt recovery and that his family will have the peace that they need during these hard times that they're dealing with right now, obviously. So let me tell you everyone what happened. A man, it says here, a man is in critical condition after being shot in the head while preaching the gospel on Wednesday on the street corner in a Phoenix suburb. Okay, his name is, okay, if every time people ask for prayer, I always say, what is your name? So his name is Hans Smith. He's only 26 years old. He was shot near Victory Chapel. This is the church that his family goes to. He's a member of that church, the church where he serves as the outreach director, right? So basically, he was just doing his thing, serving in the local church and doing what God called all of us to do, like I said, which is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, tell other people about the good news of the gospel, right? And it says here around 6:15 p.m. this past Wednesday, before the service began, the church said he got shot in the head. No arrest has been made, according to the Glendale, Arizona Police Department. It says here the family is just devastated. We all are, says Victory Chapel Pastor Gary Marsh. He said that the church is a Pentecostal church and its services draw about 100 attendees. And at the time of the shooting, Smith has been preaching, asking people to attend the service. So, wow, what a man of God, right? Like I said, doing what we're all called to do, being bold for Christ, being not ashamed of the gospel, going out there on the streets, trying to tell people to come to church, to learn about who Jesus was and all of that. And he got shot in the head. And what I heard from some of the people who, the witnesses, right, says that while he was preaching out there on the streets this past Wednesday before service began, some people in cars were passing by cursing at him, screaming at him, saying mean things to him. And they say that he usually goes to that same street corner and prays and shares the gospel, right? And they were saying some guy just, they would just pass by and curse at him or something like that. So something must have happened. Of course, these people are sent by the enemy, right? We're getting so close, man. We all know, looking at how everything is happening in the world, we all know that the time is near, right? We're so close to that moment where we're gonna hear the trumpet, right? That Jesus is coming back for the church, right? And we know that the enemy is hating on that. He's gonna hate everything that's related to God, right? Obviously. So he's gonna use people who don't believe in Christ to go out there and do his evil works, and that's exactly what happened in this case. So I actually heard somebody say, a witness say, those people are out there preaching and they use a very potent, kind of loud speaker, and it could annoy somebody. Like, okay, so that means that that person needs to get shot because they're using a loudspeaker. If you have a business around the area, you can say, hey, can you lower your speaker because it's disturbing my place of business or something like that. There's no need for violence. I think when something bothers you, you should say something about it, right? So at the end of the day, guys, we all know what happened here. Yeah, the enemy used somebody to go out there and shot this pastor to affect him personally, affect the pastor and the family and the church personally, and to also perhaps bring fear in other people who are planning on doing just that, right? Going out there on the streets and preaching the gospel. So let's keep the family in prayer. Again, his name is Hans Smith. I'm sorry, I probably mispronouncing the whole name, but Hans Smith, and he's 26 years old from Glendale, Arizona, and he got shot this past Wednesday after preaching the gospel on the street corner of the church where he attends. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel and listening in the podcast. Have a good night. God bless.